Good evening from Panama. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. There we are. So this is looking, well, I would say south, east, here on the Coral Princess. There is the city of Panama over there. This is Fuerte Armada. Here you see ships lined up waiting for their turn for the Panama Canal. So I'm on this side, I'm on starboard, simply because I wanted to be out of the sun. It is very intense. It is quite warm. So I just thought that this was better. So thank you for joining us here. Again, this is the Pacific side of the Panama Canal. So, and if you look at a map of Panama, hi Lester, how you doing? If you look at a map of Panama, you'll see that a little bit, hi Hetty. Oh, Hetty, gorgeous pictures from Antarctica. Holy cow, that was beautiful. Wow. So yes, we are here in Panama, and if you think logically, your head says, okay, if he's on the Pacific side, he's on the West Coast. We are on the South Coast of Panama. At this point, it faces south. But yes, it is the Pacific side of Panama. As I mentioned, this is Panama City over there. I am starboard on the Coral Princess. And so we are looking at those ships that are awaiting their time to enter the Panama Canal. We are scheduled to sail away here from the dock within the half hour, but we have been told that there are two buses that are a little bit late. Maybe they've arrived now. Today, apparently, I guess, is the start of Carnival, and so things have been a little crazy is what we've been told. Sorry, Allison is not here. She is hosting dinner. So dinner and Sailaway happened to be at the same time this time. She joined in later on the previous Sailaway, and maybe she might be able to on this one too. Just it gets to the point where our Sailaways are at the same time that our dinner. Dinner is scheduled at 5 p.m. with our group, and as much as we want to do everything, we have to divide and conquer. So here I am showing you the beautiful Pacific coast of Panama. Just a quick side note, if anybody didn't catch it, yesterday I did what I term our premier sail along. So for 4 hours and 40 minutes, I put my GoPro onto the balcony and had it connected live, and you saw blue ocean. Hi Chris, I will definitely let Allison know you said hello. It was nothing spectacular. It was just over 4.5 hours of ocean view, just sitting there. And I'm sorry there was no sound. I do not have a microphone that is attached to that GoPro. I'm going to try to see what I can finagle for tomorrow. But for those of you that are interested, tomorrow is our Panama Canal Transit Day. We will sail away here shortly, I assume, within the half hour. And then we will be parked out there as well among these other ships. And then tomorrow morning, we are scheduled to enter the canal around 6 to 6:30. Hi, Susan. Thank you for joining. So we will be going live a number of times and a number of different places. So first off, I will be setting my GoPro up on the balcony. It will be plugged in around sunrise. Sunrise is 6:20, I think. So I will have that go, and it will be live. Maybe I'll schedule it. I'll check the sunrise time, because I may also be parked myself physically on the bow of this ship, because we are just trying to see so many different things. So yes, NorCal Jen, we definitely have so much going on. So but I'm planning to leave that GoPro as a webcam all day tomorrow. If I recall, YouTube has a limit that a live can be no longer than 12 hours. We are told that the transit from ocean to ocean of the canal is anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. So I hope to leave that camera up all day long. So you are welcome to log in anytime during the day and see our progress as we advance through the Panama Canal. I just thought that would be a wonderful thing. So Janice and Brian are doing this reverse next January. We have had just the most wonderful time, and I think, to me, the only drawback found of the direction is the fact that we have been losing hours as we go. So that every 2 to 3 days we have to set our clock forward. So of course we jumped from time to California time. So when we hopped on the ship, it was California time, Pacific time. Then after 3 days, before we reached Puerto Vallarta, we set our clocks back to Mountain time. Then a couple more days. I don't remember if Haltuco was Mountain or Central, but then we went another couple of days and we switched to Central time. And then last night we switched to Eastern time. So Panama is the same as Eastern time. So it is 5:42 here in Panama City. Now, after we transit the canal and before we reach Aruba, we will change our time one more time. Hi, Kay. We will move forward one more hour because Aruba is Atlantic time. Hi, Curtis. And so we will be moving ahead one more hour. However, we will not change back to Eastern time, because the day that we dock back in Fort Lauderdale is March 9th, and we dock at about 5:30 or 6 in the morning. At 2 o'clock in the morning on March 9th, daylight savings time kicks in. And so the ship, in their wisdom, thank you very much, decided, why switch us back to Eastern time for one day just to turn around and have us switch forward for daylight savings time. So we will be in Atlanta Standard Time until Saturday, and then as we return and land and disembark in Florida, we will be Eastern Daylight Time. So we will be correct again without having to change our clock. And then, of course, we hop on an airplane and we fly home to Utah, and we switch our clock 2 more hours back to Mountain Daylight Time. So changed all the way around. So there you go. You now know the travails of our time change. But to me, that's the only thing that is a little bit different about going west coast to Florida, from the west coast to Florida. My parents, I remember talking about, they had flown to Florida and then transited the opposite direction of what we're doing. And my mom said that her hardest thing was once you spent, so many days, because you had 3 or 4 days in the getting to the canal. They did, I think, Bogota. They did Cologne, or however you say it, somewhere else. They had 3 ports before they hit Panama, and then they only had 2 or 3 going up the coast, and they felt that they liked it better that direction. But I'm happy that once we hit Panama transit, the canal transit tomorrow, we have a sea day, then we have Aruba, and then we have 2 more sea days back to Fort Lauderdale. So it'd be nice to be have this at the tail end. So we're excited. We're very excited. The weather is 92 degrees, I think. It's a little more humid. You can see it in the air. It's not oppressive. We enjoyed the day. We took an excursion today that took us from here. This is the cruise port here. This is fairly new from what we've been told, that you have this beautiful cruise port building and this nice long passageway that brings you to, and at the end of it here at the ship, you have the gangplank that takes you over to the ship. Let me get forward to see if it's still attached. I know our lines are still down there. Yeah, the gangplank is still there. And like I said, if you didn't hear, we've been told that there were 2 buses that are caught in traffic. And so I have not seen more people coming on lately. And on all aboard time was 15 minutes ago. So not sure what our status is. We've not been told anything. There's not been an announcement or anything. So you can see a little bit of traffic out here. We keep seeing boats going back and forth. So the question was, what did we do today? And number one, we are not doing a video today. This is it. Our live is our video today. We have been, hi Becky. Thank you for joining us from San Diego. We woke up early. And again, after losing an hour last night, it felt earlier. And so we got up and we headed down to the Universe Lounge and joined our party. We had actually about 12 people out of our group that joined us for the excursion today. And we hopped on a bus and we rode to the Miraflores locks, which are the original locks here on the Pacific side. They have a wonderful, wonderful visitor center. They have a 3 or 4 story building that you can go into, and you have a beautiful, hi Mike, glad you could join us. They have a beautiful view of the canal, of those locks that are there. And so we apparently got there about 9 a.m. And we were told that the ship that we were watching as it exited those locks, headed off to the Pedro Miguel locks, was the last inbound ship of the day from the Pacific. that then they would be, gathering up on Gatun Lake, and from there, that's where the traffic crosses, the inbound ones from the Atlantic and the inbound ones from the Pacific. They cross on Gatun Lake. But anyway, so we watched the locks there for a minute. They have a wonderful IMAX 3D presentation, narrated by Morgan Freeman. Very well done movie. So we enjoyed seeing that, where they talked about the history of the canal and a little bit of history of Panama. So that was very enjoyable. Quickly got into the gift shop, and I wanted a t-shirt. I wanted a hat, but I didn't see the one I wanted. But Allison and I both got hats, t-shirts. So we were happy with that. And then we hopped on the bus and we drove across the country. And it's kind of fun, because when you think about it, we went from coast to coast in under an hour. And in order to see both oceans like that is in a way mind-boggling. We watched the presentation about that they hi Nola, the presentation that they gave in the room again. The presenter was talking about the railroad that was built while they were building the canal, and it considered the first transcontinental railway in the Western Hemisphere, and that was over 100 years ago. And it went from coast to coast, from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean. Mind you, it was only 50 miles long, but it was a transcontinental railway. And so just kind of a fun little fact that we drove today. Here we are on the Pacific Ocean, and at lunchtime I was standing overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. And tomorrow night at about this time, we will be entering the Atlantic Ocean after we leave the Pacific Ocean tomorrow morning. So just a fun little thing that you can go in Panama from coast to coast in under an hour. And that's driving. That's not flying. That's not breaking any speed limit laws. But when you realize that it's only 50 miles from coast to coast, and that, of course, is why the canal is here. Just a fun little fact. So we after we left, like I said, the Miraflores locks, then we drove to the Agua Lara locks, which are the new set of locks on the Atlantic side. We could also see the Gatun locks over there, and watched a ship as it entered there, as it headed out to sea. So it's fun to listen to the different facts about. So they have right now, they are topped out at about 37 transits a day. That's how many ships are able to transit the Panama Canal daily. At its peak, they have been able to do 40 on a regular basis. A few years ago, they had some dry spell. They're still recuperating from some of the drought that they've had. And also, of course, I think COVID threw them a number just like it did everything else. And so they had actually gone down to 20 transits a day. Then they went back up to 25, and then to 30 and 35. So they averaged 35, 37 transits every day of vessels through the Panama Canal. So you can, if you look at the original locks, they have locks that are side by side. And in reality, you can do, let's see, oh, I just missed a note from Lester. Wherever you and Alice have some free time, watch Coral Princess Ghost Ship. Ooh. Charles David's asking, are we going through the old locks? Yes. So somebody corrected us. They don't like to refer to them as the old locks. They call them something else, which I didn't catch. So in my mind, they are the old locks, or the original Panama Canal locks, or traditional, maybe another word that they use. And so the Coral Princess, show the ship here a little bit. The Coral Princess is designed specifically for the Panama Canal, in being idealized for that. There is a lot of, well, definitely a lot of balcony space. You can see that below us here. We have a balcony just like this one on the other side, where it's a curve. It's down a few levels. I'm currently on deck 14. We are on deck 10. And I like the balcony that I'm showing you here because you get to look forward and out real easy. It's just a lot of fun. So I will be having that GoPro webcam on there tomorrow. Look for that. But again, the Coral Princess and Island Princess, its sister ship, are ideally manufactured and designed specifically for Panama Canal full transit. They are the right size, because when the Star Princess comes through next year on its way from the Caribbean to its Alaska season, because we, if some of you may remember, we will be on the Star Princess both next fall and the following summer. In fall, we'll be on it in the Mediterranean, and then a month later in the Caribbean, and then next year in late spring, early summer, we will be on it in Alaska. And so for the Star to get to Alaska, it has to transit the Panama Canal, but it has to use the new locks because it is a larger ship. And the size of the locks are 100 feet wide and 1,000 feet long. There was a picture I posted on Instagram and Facebook today where you see a row of palm trees around a shaded, looks like a park or a lane. And that was built specifically while they were building the canal, so you could see in your mind's eye the size of the locks, that they are 100 feet wide and 1,000 feet long. And of course, at the time they built them, they never thought that there'd be ships that big. Or maybe somebody did imagine it and hope, but they were not. But now there are, and much larger. And hence that's why they have the newer locks. But tomorrow we will be going through the old traditional locks. Every outside surface of this ship I expect to be covered with passengers. They have the full promenade down on deck 7, and so I expect that there will be people all along that. It has the open bow on this ship. It has the open aft. In fact, there are 3 or 4 levels aft that you can just step out from deck 11, deck 10, deck 12, and just look directly aft. They will do the same thing forward. Since you're delayed leaving port, will your time slot to go through the locks change? I doubt it. The entrance to the canal is right over there. You can see these ships. You see that rock? It's right. Let me focus in on. So that rock right there, that happens to be where the entrance to the canal kind of is. It's just in from there. You see this big rock here. It's on the other side of this. We are at the end of a causeway that they've built. But right over there you can see the breakwater, and that's where we will enter. And so I don't see any reason that we will be delayed in the morning, even if we're delayed until midnight tonight, because we only have to go 20 minutes to get to the entrance. So we look forward to that. So I'll let you take this in for a few minutes. I'm not planning to go anywhere for a while. I'm just gonna rest my voice for a minute, if that's okay. Let me move so you can see forward. And that is Panama City over there. Beautiful skyline, very modern skyscrapers. You don't see the whole thing here, you're just seeing part of it. As the sun continues to descend, I will go through the ship to the other side. I just didn't want to be in the intense sunlight and have it messing up our live here right now. So, and again, it's way of announcement, I will be doing a webcam live all day long that you can pop in and out and see our progress as we go through the canal. Where will the ship go from when you leave port tonight to when you enter the first lock tomorrow morning? They'll park us. We'll just go float out there with everybody else. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I see at least 32 vessels out there. So nearly 3 dozen. And it's just the waiting room for the Panama Canal. So we expect that we will leave here sometime, maybe, and that then we will just float out there. If you want to watch on cruisemapper.com, you can see where the Coral Princess goes. I'll pop in during the evening to see where it's going, just to satisfy my own curiosity. Because once the sun goes down, it'll be hard to see. We will see the city lights, so that'll be nice. But beyond that, not sure what we'll see. A few navigational lights here or there. So, but we are so excited for tomorrow. Again, just a quick rundown. We have been told that the full transit from Pacific Ocean to Atlantic Ocean, or vice versa, is an 8 to 10 hour venture. We will enter here on the Pacific side, and again, we are on, illogically, the south coast of Panama. So pull out a map, look at the globe, and you can see that as logical it is that Panama, where it meets the Pacific, is the west coast. It is, for the canal, it is the south coast of Panama. And as we traverse through, we will pass under what's called the Bridge of the Americas, and it's the original bridge that is the Pan American Highway. It was built in the early 60s, and then we will get to the Miraflores locks, which we saw this morning, and we are told that each lock is 20 to 30 minutes. Then across the Miraflores, or maybe it's the Miguel Lake, which takes a half hour to 45 minutes. Then we get into that lock, which will then take us up to the level of Gatun Lake, which is 86 feet above sea level. So here we are at sea level. So we will rise each one 20 to 30 feet. Then, and we're also told, of course, sea level is sea level. The Atlantic and the Pacific are the same level when it comes to sea level. However, the tides are different. So it can vary. On the Pacific, the tides vary, I think they said 6 to 8 feet, which is typical of what I grew up with in Los Angeles, of a 6-foot average tide. Many of you have been to the Bay of Fundy, or anywhere from 15 to 20. Okay, let's see if that helped. I kind of kicked it around over on this side. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody see me turning back and forth? Okay. All right. Sounds like the sound is back. So I'm not sure what happened, but here I am. Okay. So we are still tied up fast. I don't know if anybody's coming or not. Couple of ferries, looks like, shuttling. Maybe they have evening cruises up the Panama Canal from here, because those look like they could take a lot of people. So hopefully people can still see and hear fine. I'm going to, I think, scoot across so you can see the other side. So again, this is the Pacific side. I'm going to scoot across the ship. It will still be the Pacific Ocean. I'm sorry, I'm not going cross country. I'm just going across the ship to give you a different view of the city. So again, you can see the city in the distance here. But let's go through the ship. Oh, okay. Here we are on deck 14, sorry. This is the Lido deck. Here's the Lotus Spa. Check out our video of the Lotus Spa tour that I did up this weekend. All right. Oh, and they're still, that's why I wasn't over here. They're still pumping fuel. All right, let me go back here. Beautiful sunset, there you go. I don't want to disturb people on their deck. Someone was out reading. Lots of little boats here, and they're still pumping fuel. So that's been going for a couple hours. And we apparently are not in any hurry to get away because they're still doing that. So Allison is entertaining the troops. It is dinner time. So let's see. Again, this is the brand new terminal here. We're told it's only a few years old, that they used to tender here instead. So here we are, sunset. We're still, let's see, 610, 612, 84 degrees. So let me set this down so it's a little more stable. That is Panama City. Very, very modern skyline, very pretty. Oh, here's the captain.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cruise director, Fernando Duran. Just a quick update on our movie and the start programming. Today, we'll be actually showing the movie Fall Guy. Fall Guy. Actually, very funny with Ryan Reynolds. He's a stunt actor. So if you haven't seen this movie with, oh no, who is it? It's not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling. Thank you, Sandra. Ryan Gosling, definitely one to watch. Fall Guy will be playing this movie at Star Trek 14 midship, and then we'll have the She'll Rock You show with Stephanie Hodgins, a tribute to the kings and queens of rock and roll. So clap your hands and make some noise. So we're gonna have a great time in the Princess Theater, 7:30 or 9:30 for you guys. The activity team will present the Sherlock Holmes Murder Mystery Trivia at 8:30 p.m. in Explorers Lounge. Definitely come check out this hilarious, fun spoof of murder mystery with your favorite characters on a love boat. Thank you everybody for your wonderful attention. I hope you had a wonderful day outside and excited to be here or inside the Coral Princess. If you need anything, like a full listing of all of our events and activities, please check out your Princess app. Just an FYI for our Panama narration from the bridge by Chris Roberts will start shortly after 6. We'll arrive at the locks at 8. Great viewing. We'll be in deck 15, 16, and in deck 7. Make sure you look around and about the ship. And just as a safety reminder, tomorrow morning there's no standing on the handrails or any furniture or any railings to get a better, vantage point of the canal. And then safety is number 1, so please no standing on any handrails, rails, and furniture to get a better vantage point. But deck 16, 15, and of course inside the horizon port, you can watch our arrival to the first lock around 8 a.m. These are all approximate times. Digital signage when our arrival to, and then our full transit schedule will be posted around the digital signs of purposes around elevators. Thank you so much for your cooperation in keeping you and everyone else around you safe as we made it to the first locks of town through the Canal Lake and down the other side to Atlantic Ocean. Have an amazing time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the Princess Theater for showtime.
Okay, that was I don't know if that was Fernando or Rafael. I think it was Fernando, the cruise director. Rafael's one of the assistants. So you heard that they have a movie under the stars this evening. Again, it's 84 degrees, so it's very comfortable. It is a little breezy now. Of course, that happens at the coast. I don't know if you can see, and I'm going to zoom in over here. So yeah, we will leave the dock to line up. We were initially told that we would leave the dock at 6, and it's 1:15. So you can see some cranes in the distance, and then there's an airplane landing, and the airplane is directly over the Bridge of the Americas right there. It's hard to see it, but it's there. Let me drop this down so it doesn't bounce so much. That is the Bridge of the Americas that we will be passing under tomorrow in the morning. Okay, let's see. Down Under Cruisers, thank you for joining us. Okay, Fall Guy, yeah, I've told it's funny. We got too much other stuff going on. The only movie we've done is just turn on Mamma Mia while we're getting ready, because we don't need to sit and watch it. We just let it run and we hear everything that we know. Okay, so there is Panama City, the harbor, the sunset, and that is the Panama Canal over on that side of that causeway. So there are some more ships over there. Again, there's at least 3 dozen ships, vessels of different sizes, styles, cargo. There was a car carrier. We saw an actual tanker. It's a small Panamanian tanker. But we've seen a number of ships around, different kinds. And sorry about my fingers there. But that's all the different ones that transit the locks. We have been told that the Coral Princess will be paying about $250,000 in order to transit through the locks. Cruise ships get priority. If there is a ship that showed up at the same time we do, the cruise ship gets to be first in line. Most of the ships that I showed you earlier in this video, earlier in this live, that are out there in the Pacific Ocean, they have been parked there all day, and they will be there again. They schedule this so that ships enter from both sides in the morning, so that you have by 9 or 10 o'clock, the last of the ships have transited into Gatun Lake. And so again, there's approximately 37 on average right now, 37 ships that transit the locks, the canal, both directions every day. And so they try to, they don't try to, but they do a very fine job of scheduling the traffic so that it is not backed up. You may have to wait to get in line to get there. Like I said, cruise ships have priority, and military, U.S. military ships have priority. Everybody else waits in line, first come, first serve. And Panama Canal transit fees are based upon your cargo and the size of your ship. So, like I said, we were told that the fee for the Panama Canal transit for the Coral Princess tomorrow is about $250,000, somewhere $300,000 to $350,000. Then we will, but as I said, they get up into the locks, and they go up, and then the cross traffic is in Gatun Lake. They don't let ships, even though they have made the Culebra cut larger. The initial cut 100 years ago was 90 feet wide. Now it is 600 feet wide. It is, in essence, large enough for two ships to pass, but they do not have ships pass because of the amount of wake that would mess up. So they have ships pass around each other in the Gatun Lake. So the Culebra cut is about 9 or 10 miles. That takes about an hour. Yes, you can be backed up behind other ships that are going down the Culebra cut, but you will not pass any head-on traffic. Oops, missed. Greetings, coding stem. Hi, Code 4 for life. And where are you guys? We have Hetty in Antarctica. We have the Down Under cruisers, who are, of course, in Australia. We have a few from different places, San Diego, and likewise around different places. So yeah, let's get that sunshine back, because it's going away. There you go. You can see the sunset as it goes behind the clouds. Just beautiful. It's gonna start to get really dark here shortly, but it is just gorgeous. It has been a beautiful day. For those of you that weren't listening earlier, we drove up this causeway, and we went to the Miras Flores locks, to the visitor center, and watched an IMAX movie. So we were there for about an hour. Then we hopped back on the bus and we drove cross country. There you go, Down Unders. We drove from coast to coast in an hour, and we watched at the Aguilera locks as a couple of ships descended into the Atlantic Ocean. And then we hopped back on the bus. We were there for an hour, and then we hopped another hour driving back on the bus. Cross country again. So we went from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean in an hour, and here we are, came back to the ship. The tour guide did a wonderful job, very informative. I would say he's probably, graduated, I would say he's 55, probably about 10 years younger than I am. I'm not 65 yet, that's later this year. But he has 4 children. The oldest is 26 and the youngest is 17. He has 4 or 5 grandchildren. Code 4 for life is a day away from Papeete, Tahiti. Oh, I love Papeete. I've been there just once with my parents 40 years ago. Wow. Quite a bit different, I'm sure, nowadays. But Papeete is very, very beautiful. Hope you get out to Bora Bora. From Papeete, of course, you can look directly across and see Moorea, the island. So Papeete is the capital of Tahiti, on the island of Tahiti. And then Moorea is the next island over. They filmed the movie The Bounty with Mel Gibson the summer, actually earlier in the summer before we got there. So they still had movie prop huts on the water, on the waterfront. And we also went to Bora Bora and got to see just the beautiful places there. So Tahiti is one of my favorite destinations. I would love to get back someday. But here we are in Panama, another beautiful destination. We have just loved it. So again, it's mind-boggling to think that I drove from coast to coast and back today. And tomorrow we will transit, and we will be in the Atlantic Ocean at this time tomorrow night. I don't know when we are actually going away from shore here. You can see we are still being fueled down there. But we were also told that there were 2 buses that were delayed due to Carnival. And so apparently it's a 3 or 4 day party going on here. And they whoop it up just like they do in Rio and such. So we were told that government is shut down and a lot of businesses are shut down. We were able to see what we wanted to see, and they were still open. But there has been no announcement as to when we are going to go away or at what time any buses that may have been late, if they showed up. I don't know. We were still hard and fast tied up on the other side. So I'm just going to stay here because it is beautiful until I can't see anymore. Also, again, for anybody who's just joining, yesterday I left my webcam on the balcony for nearly 5 hours, over 4.5 hours, that I had it just watching as we sailed up or down, I guess, the Pacific Panama coast. And nothing spectacular about the day at all. Just an ocean view for 4 hours and 40 minutes. You got to see what we get to see. And I wanted to share that with you. So if you want to go back, you can see the live from Sunday, March 2nd, where we sailed south along the Pacific coast of Panama. And all I can say is there was another ship, and that was about it. We didn't see any whales, no dolphins. We did see some earlier in the voyage. So I'm planning to try to do that kind of thing more often. I'm surprised I didn't think of it sooner. But I hope that you'll be able to see that. and just have a way that you can participate in what we get to see. Just thought it would be nice that you can sail along with us and see the ocean. I did not have a microphone on it yesterday. I don't know what I'm going to do for sound tomorrow, but in the morning I will be putting the webcam again on the deck, on the railing, just like this railing here. I have a GoPro, and it will be the webcam on my laptop, and I will turn on a live that will last all day long. So you can see the progress of us from the ship as we transit the Panama Canal. So you can pop in anytime during the day and see that. I will be having it run all day unless something happens, if we lose internet or what have you. But I know that I can stay plugged in, so I can have power the entire time through my laptop on my GoPro. So I thought that might be fun for you, that you can join us as we transit the Panama Canal on Tuesday, March 4th. Again, we are on Pacific time. I'm sorry, Atlantic. No, we are on Eastern time zone right now. Hi, Fiona. So it is nearly 6:30 here on board the Coral Princess, and that is the same time I understand it to be on the East Coast. So tomorrow, what we transit will be the same time. Now I have my Meta glasses, my Ray-Bans, so I plan to go live on Facebook now and then. We will also do another live, just like I am now. We're told that we will be entering the canal right over there at 6 in the morning, and that it will take us 2 hours to get to the first set of locks. We are scheduled to be there at approximately 8 a.m. Eastern time. So anything that you see as we transit, we'll try to keep you up to date. So will there be any commentary from us tomorrow? No. But you know what? I'll have the camera, and you know, I could turn on the microphone in the room on my laptop and have the TV on, which will give you the commentary that they will be giving from the bridge. So maybe that's what I should try to do. And Allison and I will have to be quiet as we come in the room and not give away any family secrets as we come in. So if any time during the day while the webcam is going on, if you hear me completely silent, you know that we came in the room and we were speaking top secret stuff that we cannot share. So, but I think that would be a good thing that we'll try to plan to do. So watch for that link. In fact, I plan to put it together tonight so it will be on schedule, and then we'll go live tomorrow morning. I'm not going to, like I said, have much commentary on that. I'm not going to go away yet here. It's too beautiful. I want you guys to see this. And if you look over, you can see the skyline. Here we are down. I am aft on the Coral Princess. Right through these glass windows is the fitness center. So there's the reflection of what's out there. But if you look, maybe you can't see, but inside of these glass windows is the fitness center. You can see a guy on a treadmill. There's Panama City. There's, looks like a ferry, passenger ferry. I think so I am on deck 14. Hi, David. here looking aft. This is the sanctuary right here. And this is aft. Now, below this, again, we're on deck 14. Let me pull over here and you can sneak a peek through. There you go. There's the sanctuary. We have people in our group who are going to be in the sanctuary the entire day. There is a small pool, not quite more than a hot tub, but it's a pool. The sanctuary pool there on the rear, on the aft. It goes for 2 or 3 levels here. But below that, decks 10 and 11 and maybe 12, they have aft viewing. And so people will be everywhere all over this ship as we go through the locks, as we go under the bridges, through the canal. So, and you can hear the fuel barge is still filling us up. I'm going to go forward because there's people right below me. I don't want to disturb them. Someone has brought their pillow out onto the deck, onto the chair. Makes it very comfortable for them. Let's see. So yeah, tomorrow is similar to a sea day. We do not stop. We do not get off. We just transit from morning till evening. We transit through the canal. Kind of like going to Glacier Bay, I guess, where you get some pretty exciting stuff going on. So you'll want to be on deck. You want to be out there. From what we have been told, what we understand is that everybody is out at 6 a.m. for some reason at that unholy hour. I'd rather be in bed, but it's when we start. So people want to be up and out, and we will start up the Panama Canal then. We hit the first locks about 8 o'clock. And from what I understand, the decks are just packed. The balconies are packed. But then, after you've gone through a lock or two, I think it kind of wears off. And by the time you go through the third lock into Gatun Lake, it's around noon. Of course, everybody's going to be hungry by then. And so kind of filters out and it gets quieter. You go across Gatun Lake, which takes you a couple hours, and then you start your transit and your exit from the canal into the Atlantic Ocean. And if we stay true to the schedule of 8 to 10 hours, we may be out of here by 4 or 5 in the evening. Again, it's just after 6:30, so by this time tomorrow night, we will be cruising the Caribbean, Atlantic Ocean. We will be leaving the Pacific Ocean tomorrow morning. We have had a wonderful time on the Pacific coast, so we will soon get to the Caribbean and the Atlantic. Then we will continue our cruise for another couple of days. Sea day, Aruba, 2 sea days, and we disembark next Sunday in Fort Lauderdale. Fiona says that her husband's dad was the ship's captain of the Merchant Navy. He told us it rains at 1 p.m. every day. The day we went through was a beautiful sunny day. Just after 1, it started raining. I believe it. So maybe I'll keep myself back. I worry about the noise from that barge down there. Let's just see the fuel barge. He's still loading us up. Maybe our last fueling before we hit Fort Lauderdale. Just beautiful out here tonight. Here's a little over here at the harbor They've got a convention center. Let's see, you want to be up when you go under the Bridge of the Americas. Yes. But I'm thinking I could be up and just look out my window. Commentary from the ridge be great, otherwise we won't know what we were looking at. Good idea. I will try that. Otherwise, you can look and you can see whether we are in a lock or not. That will be readily apparent. You'll see bridges, you'll see jungle, you'll see other ships, you'll see water, you'll see the Calibra cut. And of course, I will also, like I said, Allison and I will be going live both here on YouTube. We'll have the one live, which will be a webcam. We'll leave that up on my laptop. But we'll go live from my phone here. We will do that occasionally, and I will also try to go live from my glasses on Facebook. So we hope that you can see a number of different vantage points from different different perspectives as we transit the canal. So it's still pretty out, so I'm going to stay here because it is pretty, and I want you to be able to enjoy the sun after it's set here. Thank you for those of you that are here. I hope that I'm not trying to rub it in, but this is beautiful. We're so glad that you're here. So, Bobby's going to be on Panama on the 25th. You're going to love it. It's just beautiful. People are getting home from dinner on the balconies right below me, so I'm trying to stay back so I'm not in their way. Let's come over here. There we go. There's a beautiful view for you. It was not a super hot day. It was comfortable. The bus was not, the AC was not the best, but we did have ventilation, so it was not truly uncomfortable. It was just a little more than sometimes you'd like. Plus, we were in the sun, on the sunny side of the bus, so we were in the direct sun. But it was an enjoyable ride. Fiona, very much appreciate you taking this with you. Thanks. Oh, I won't stress if they don't work. I just want them. We will be getting footage though all day long. Oh, there's yeah, work loading. There's a pelican just went by. Ships are starting to turn on lights. Thank you, Casey. We love doing this. Like I said, Allison is down. Oh, here's some more pelicans. Allison is down at dinner. We went back from our excursion about 3:30 and got to the room, got cooled off, pulled out the extra breakfast food that we had thrown in the fridge. So we had some nice cold fruit and some drinks with refreshments. And then we ran down to the Captain's Circle Elite Lounge, which is the Explorer's Lounge. So we got to have, I had some chicken squawk and an egg roll. No, it was a spring roll. No, it was an egg roll. Had a little bit of raw salmon and shrimp cocktail. So gave me enough to get nourished so that I could be out here. And then Allison went to dinner with the group. We have 50 total people range 10, 20, 30, anywhere from 30 to 36, 32, about, yeah, 3 dozen people at dinner every with us. So, you know, if you've never been in a group with us, just realize if you do, we are not mandatory on anything. If you book one with us, you're able to join us for dinner if you want. If you want to do something else, that's perfectly all right. Most people join us most nights, but we have had a few. There were a couple of times that we've had some people that will go to a specialty dinner, and so we don't get to see them. We have other people that will not, their schedule has not allowed them to eat with us at any night. We've got a few people that we saw them on the first day, we gave them their tote, we gave them their map, and we've not seen them since. And that is perfectly all right. They are enjoying their cruise, we are enjoying our cruise, and this is a beautiful, large ship, 1900 people. So wind noise, very distracting. Let me turn around. Is that better that direction? Windsock on, it doesn't always seem to work straight. So we'll see if that's better. Just thought I'd let you see this sunset. So does that wind noise go away? I hope it did. That's another reason why I have not done a microphone on the balcony. It's the same. I wonder if it quit going through. Why it's so windy all of a sudden. Has it been that windy the whole time? See if that's any better. Just let you see the beautiful ocean. The wind has picked up though, I do have to say. Let's see if going around. Oh, it was much better that way. Okay. I'll leave it there. Which is interesting because now the wind is blowing across my ears. That's okay. Going on the Island Princess in December. You're going to love the Island Princess. The Island Princess and Coral Princess to me are just delightful ships. The wheelhouse bar down on deck 7, just forward of the atrium, which is what would be considered the piazza now, is just so beautiful. The woodwork that they have in there, the nautical furnishings. They have an actual ship's compass from years and years ago. They've got paintings of ships from hundreds of years ago. There's a sextant I saw hanging on the wall. Just a very beautiful setting in there. To me, that's one of my favorite places to go. We had a wonderful singer down there last night. We were doing some dancing. I hope to learn how to do a few more steps than just my rock and roll. So there's the moon up there. There it is. So if you remember, it was a new moon 2 or 3 days ago. So now the moon is waxing. Another week we'll be on our first quarter. Just wanted you to see this beautiful sunset. You can see the mountains. We crossed the Continental Divide twice today, driving over the mountains of Panama. Yeah, the wheelhouse is fantastic. And so tomorrow we will go through the Calibre cut to be able to see at the level of Lake Gatun the cut that they made as they cut through the mountains of Central America. They are still down there. I don't know that we're going to go away soon. No reason to at this point. Again, the Panama Canal is just right over there, so I like the lights as they're popping up on these ships, on these boats out here. And you can see the lights of the city back here too. So there's Panama over there in the distance. The skyline of Panama City. We got an interesting history lesson on Panama. Many of you may remember the dictator they had in the 80s, Noriega. And so we had a first-hand account from our tour guide of his personal interaction. Not that he ever met the guy, but his father, our tour guide's father, had a run-in with some of the croonies as they tried to take away his bus that he used for his livelihood in the late 80s. So the question is asked about the International Cafe. We've been down to the International Cafe pretty much every day. A lot of the same stuff, of course. Chicken pot pie is very good. Beef pot pie is just as good. They had cream of mushroom soup there the other night, which one of my favorites is cream of mushroom. We had, I always like to get, I've been getting at least 1 or 2 virgin pina coladas every day. Had an Oreo cheesecake, we had a raspberry cheesecake. I've had just way too much stuff. But you know what? You only cruise once or twice every so often, right? We won't be on a cruise again until at least May, so I got to take advantage of it. Because in the meantime, I'm going to have to lose some weight again. Oh, the travails of being ashore. Nobody's making my bed. Nobody's cooking my dinner. Nobody's making me dessert. Life is rough when you're out to sea, isn't it? That's right, Fiona. That's why we cruise. Because we like to enjoy it. We've got the lights on this fuel barge now. There's a boat coming in over here. There's a whole bunch of them just out here in the... There's the lights of Panama City. I'm gonna turn again in case that's messing up the wind. Or the wind is messing up the sound. I don't want that. A lot of motors going on. I don't know if you can hear them all. Like I said, that fuel barge down there is making a lot of sound. There's a tug type boat out there a little bit. Really good cruise happening December 2016. Yeah, it'll be nice. Appreciate the reminder on that one. 2026. Okay, Allison ought to pop up here any minute now. 26, not 2016, yeah. Otherwise, it's already passed. 2026, Christmas. Going into 2027. That would be a wonderful time. There's an airplane flying around up there. There's a pelican up there. There's boats down here. A fair amount of cars out there on the causeway now. That's a lot more traffic than we saw before. I don't know if you can see, to you on the screen, I can see twinkling lights. Hi, sweetheart. Would you like a microphone?
Sure.
Oops,
Not everything.
okay, it's on. We were getting,
Alrighty, can everybody hear me?
I'm sure they can.
Sure is nice to be here with all of you. Isn't this just absolutely beautiful here?
Yeah, we had a lot of wind noise, so I was turned away.
Next time we'll have to go into Panama City. But, so did you tell them all about our excursion?
Yes, they
Tell
have.
them what we want to do next time?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Did you bring glasses?
I did.
Oh, great.
Sorry, I didn't bring a hair thing.
Okay.
You want to take it?
Sure, just for a sec.
Okay.
I just want to tell everybody hi.
Yeah.
Do you find the rooms cool off enough? So, Iona, hope that's how you say your name. You know what? It's interesting. So on the Coral, I would say, before we got here, one person that had been on the crossing from Fort Lauderdale to LA said, you know what? It's the warmest ship I've ever been on. We've noticed that, like in the main dining room, in the buffet, and the atrium, not the buffet is warm. The main dining rooms, the lounges are chilly. Like, that's fine. Now, people in our group, some people's rooms are really cold. Some people's rooms are really warm. I would say ours could be cooler. We had them come and check it, but we still sleep without the covers usually. So, even with it turned down all the way. So, does that give you an idea on how cool it is? Well, hello there down in our cruisers. It's so nice to see you, Sean and Alana.
They told us there's a cruise we need to go on
Oh.
next year.
Holly said Allison's not very loud. Do I need to scooch you this up a bit?
No.
Thanks, Holly, for saying that. Here, you hold this a minute. Oh, thanks, Susan. Gordon, he does a better job than I do.
Not really.
So I always know it's good to send him. So as a phase, you just, do the divide and conquer. Let's see, Fiona. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fiona. So this evening, I had the beef stroganoff and carrot cake for dessert. They had a crab and something dip, but it was really fishy tasting, so I didn't eat very much. It's not bad. It's okay. Well, hi there, Bill and Renee. Bill was at Fort Clayton near Panama City in '92. Remembers watching a cruise ship go through the canal. This is a magnificent cruise, and I am so excited for tomorrow.
Yep.
So they say...
Right there. Just on the other side of the causeway.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yes.
So I guess you've already pointed that out, so I don't need to. So isn't it? Look how beautiful it is here, though. We just got up this morning and it was just barely getting light. So beautiful. And Panama City is beautiful as well.
And I told him, I counted, we were on the other side until the sun got less intense. There are at least 3 dozen ships out there waiting.
Oh, are there really? Hi, Christy and David. So nice to see you guys. They left dinner a little bit before we did. I try to rotate around tables. So this evening I sat at one I hadn't sat at for a while. So.
Fuel barge is still going.
Oh, thanks, Holly.
But
Oh, we're still fueling.
Has there been an announcement from anybody?
I didn't hear an announcement about that. Did you?
No.
No, I heard the cruise director come on, but I've not heard anything about this. So I don't know why I don't know.
But again, we're only 20 minutes away from our destination and our beginning.
Yeah, so if we're late, it just doesn't even matter
No.
if we're pulling away late. So I'm sure no other cruise ships are trying to come in tonight. So it's a really nice cruise terminal. Did you tell them about the cruise
I
terminal?
did. I did
Great.
quite a bit. What I've noticed,
You did a great job, sweetheart.
what I've noticed in the last little bit on this causeway is there's a lot more traffic than there has been. Maybe it's because
Maybe people are going home from work. Oh, that could be too. Lights always
Yeah.
speak.
Because there's this shopping area here and the convention center. Maybe they're coming out to party because it doesn't go anywhere from here.
Oh, this is Carnival, remember?
Yeah.
Carnival
Yes,
time.
And this is the end of the causeway. The causeway is the end of.
They said them a lot of places, like your banks, your government places. Did you tell them they're closed for Carnival? You know, I can just go in now.
No, you're fine.
So, but we're very excited. They said they are going to start the commentary at 6 a.m. and the first lock at 8 a.m.
I look back
So-
now and then, and I told them that there were people I didn't want to disturb
Yeah.
on the balconies below us.
So, yeah, we've just had a splendid day. It's really beautiful. It's striking how green it is here and truly how lush. And you see, you know, you read, it's really fun to read a book. And you like to read a book like Path Between the Seas, and you think you can picture in your mind how everything is, but it makes all the difference to see it in person. And so tomorrow I'm excited to see it in person, like going through the canal, but just get to see like the lay of the land and how everything is and how vast these areas are, and it's really remarkable.
But
What
I
a beautiful
would
country.
highly recommend that if you do a similar thing to what we're doing now, that you taking the visitors, the excursion to the visitor center.
It's a really
to
good
see
one.
the locks from the land, and then tomorrow being able to see the locks from the ship as we transit home.
We should go up on the mid stack.
Well, you gotta go way forward
Oh,
and come back up.
I see. This is okay. This is okay then.
But just it allows you to see the canals from both sides.
It does. It's
Viewpoints.
really interesting.
Yeah. And I pointed out to them that we drove cross country twice today. We have driven
That's true.
from ocean to ocean
That's true, we did.
and back.
Mhm.
And to be able to do that in an hour's time is mind-boggling.
Gives you it gives you an idea of the size of the country and like
Yeah.
how what a good place it was for that.
Right.
To have the Panama Canal on the isthmus because it's so much. So it's because it's so narrow.
Yep.
Yeah. So here, sweetheart, you can hold it. It's okay. You do it.
I actually set it down so it's.
So we should think of, I don't know. I didn't know if I would ever want to do this again, but coming and seeing what we saw today, I think, oh, there's more I want to see.
Yeah.
So it begs the question of, do you do like
Another
full transit? Do
the
you
other
do a
direction.
partial?
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
the partial.
Yeah, because if we did a full transit, then I would definitely want to do the other direction because, you know, you want to see it.
Experience the other.
Yeah, both directions.
Yeah.
But I have to think about that. Well, hi there, Holly. How are you doing? Final preparations for her cruise on Friday. That is so exciting, Holly. Oh, hi, Kay. You have been on my mind. I'm gonna go see if I have missed an email from you or something. But this is just odd. I know the last 2 days you keep crossing my mind, Kay. So
Yeah.
I
But I told them I'm going to
Just so
have
you
that
know.
webcam up tomorrow, and I may turn on the microphone with the TV on so they can hear the commentary.
oh, you think that'll work?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, do you think? I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, if we go forward to see it like first thing,
Uh-huh.
then do you think we should like do a live from the front?
We may do that as well. Yes.
We can't run 2 lives at the same time.
Why not?
Oh, you could do that?
Yes.
Oh. Pat Young. Let's see, where will you both be at 6 a.m. when going through the canal? We have a bump out balcony, so there might be there part of the time, but no, you will be making good recommendations on viewing vantage points. You know, everybody that has done this before, Pat says, you know, you want to see it from the back, you want to see it from the front, you want to see it that your view from your balcony is excellent. I have had people tell me, oh, be on port. Other people tell me, be on starboard. And when you think about it, you know, as you go through the canal, either direction, your view, like is virtually, I don't want to say just the same, but when you're port going either direction, you're seeing the inside of the canal. When you're starboard, you see the outside of the canal. So when people tell me like both, it means to me there's both sides are great.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, everybody says it is so crowded up front when you start, but then once you get through a lock or so, people are like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else now, so then it's not as crowded. So we might just get up and go see what it looks like, and then, you know, if it's really crowded, go back to our balcony maybe and just view it from there
And wait until it
and go
clears
back up
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. So,
But
how's the wind sound here, you guys? I
is
worry about
everything
that.
okay? Are we doing all right? Let's see. Lulu, hi there. Went through the new locks. The first time LA to New York, second time the old locks, Florida to San Diego. Both experiences were great. Thanks for saying that. They like the old locks a little bit more. You know, so many people that have done both tell me they like the historic locks because there is so much more to see, you know. And I kind of got that vibe today when we were actually went to, here, do you want me to hold that? When we actually went to the, you know, the Miraflores locks, and then we went to the Agua Clara locks. It is. Oh, Meg says she can hear the wind, but it's fine. Okay, if it gets really loud, tell us. We have our little poof things on, but
we have them on, but the wind is picked up. Plus the
Oh,
light's
Fiona.
going away, so I worry about it.
Fiona, that's nice. It's 11 a.m. for you, so you don't have to be up quite so
Yeah.
early. Talking snow and wind on Wednesday. Have to travel to Madison, Wisconsin Wednesday afternoon to fly out Thursday. Oh, I hope the roads are good too. Yeah,
Again,
you
it
be
was
so
82
careful,
degrees
Holly.
and sunny here today.
It's really
82.
beautiful.
I don't know what it is now. It was 82 when I was on.
It's 80. It says 82 now on my
Okay.
watch. You can actually touch the walls and the locks on the promenade. Thanks for. Oh well, we'll have to go see it on the
Yeah.
promenade too. Thank you for saying that. It's like when we were in the locks in, you know, on the Danube. You just like
Reach out.
from our balcony, like you just like put your hand right there, and it's so cool, isn't
Yeah.
it? I'm really excited.
Kind of a mossy, slimy wall.
Yeah. Let's see. Pat says they're on the island in December. Oh, good for you, Pat. That's going to be magnificent. Isn't it amazing we get the chance to go see these places? Yeah, really excited. Really excited. So excited. So, we have company approaching. Really excited though to get to see this. I know I keep saying that. Do you want to wave? Would you like to wave?
Hear ye, hear ye.
Here's my thing.
The microphones are on our.
If anybody out there is interested in cruising and having a great time with a spectacular group, you are doing yourself a major disservice by not booking a group cruise with Let's Go Travel. They do a marvelous job. What are you pointing to?
Fiona says hi.
Fiona, hello Fiona. I miss you, Fiona. I'll see you in August. Everybody does a great job here, Allison and Gordon, coordinating everything, putting everything together, making everybody happy, covering all the bases. You really should try it once. You'll get hooked for life, and that's the end of the story. Look at what's going on out here. Did you show them this beautiful sunset over here?
Yes, isn't
It's
it
spectacular out here. The wind is breezy. It's not even hot. Tomorrow we will have a Mardi Gras celebration. Everything is fantastic. It's mandatory that if you're going to take make the effort to cruise with this group, plus the added bonus, of course, of seeing me. I will turn it back to the Commodore and the administrator. Everyone have a good night, a good morning, wherever you are in the world, and God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Here, can you hold this?
Yeah, we've only been on for an hour and a half.
Thanks. Thank you, Emil. It's nice of you to come, Lori. It's nice to have you with us. Thanks for your recommendation.
Francis
It is beautiful,
Francis
isn't it?
Erickson hardly agrees.
What did she say? Hi, Francis. She's here with us. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is going to be wonderful. Fiona says she'll see you on the Love Boat cruise.
Who's going to see me?
Fiona.
Oh, I'm waiting for Fiona.
He's waiting for you, Fiona. Yeah. Becky says see you in November.
Oh, I see Fiona in August in Edinburgh for lunch.
Yeah.
Make sure that you remember that, Fiona. Edinburgh for lunch in August. You and Gordon, me and Lori, Allison and Gordon, and my new Scottish couple from the last cruise. Don't mess me up.
Fiona says I'm not letting my Gordon, because you know her husband's name's Gordon as well, go to the casino with Emil. He'll pick up bad habits. No, I actually think if he's going to go to the casino, he should go because Emil's good at what he does. If he doesn't go to the casino, then yeah, don't go.
A massive losing proposition.
Hi, Kim. It sure is nice to see you. We're glad you're coming on the Love Boat cruise with us. Francis, we are so glad you and Ellen are here. Really, really tickled to have you with us. Oh, hey, Joni. So nice to see you. I am late texting Rick back, but when I'm done here, I will. So thanks, Joni. Let's see. Thanks, Christy. Fiona says it's in her diary to come.
Excellent move, Fiona. You will not regret it too much.
So, and Sandy, sure is nice to see you. It's exact same time here. It's 7:07 here as well.
Yep.
So we're on the same time. So we get one more time change to put the clock forward to go to Aruba because they're on an even different time zone, but then we're going to leave it there so that when we land in Fort Lauderdale, we've accounted for daylight savings.
I gave him the full
Yeah.
rundown.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Down what we're going.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Sandy, we're on the same time.
Now you can see inside of the
Fitness center.
room.
And we have a nice fitness center. Hi, Debbie. How are you? It is a beautiful view, isn't it? Can you see over here? There's Panama City right there. Are those planets right there? Those ones that are supposed to be lining up? Is that bottom one that brilliant?
The lower one I think is an airplane.
Oh, do
It
you?
wasn't there a little bit ago.
Hi there, Gregory. It's nice to see you. We are having a fantastic time. So I think next time we come, we want to do the train, that they take you on a train ride. There's a glass dome train that you can sign up for. So we're happy we did what we did today. Oh, look at the pelicans.
Yeah, the lower two are airplanes because they see there. I see the
Oh, they're
navigational lights as well. But above it, that is, unless these are planets that are just now appearing from behind the clouds. Maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me.
That one is holding still.
Yeah, they are. I think they may be planets.
You guys
The
see?
sun is just at the right angle to give us a reflection. They are not moving.
Here, oh, your phone's on here.
Do you have that app on your phone?
No, but I could get it really quick. Here, you do this. I'll get it. What's it called?
Skyview. Not Skyfall, Skyview. Or if anybody can tell us, so there is the moon, 2 or 3 days after new moon, and there are 3 lights in the sky over there. 4 now, a small one way over there. I think it might be They may very well be some of this planetary alignment that we've been told about. Something about Aquarius, or everybody remembers that song. That's it right there.
This one?
Still beautiful, the sun down there, but yeah, those are planets. They have not moved. No, that one's moved a bit. Actually, that one's moving a lot now. The traffic on the causeway is lightened up a little bit.
Holly, I will send you an email this evening. Can you please remind me, Gordon?
Okay.
I would love for you to go, Holly. Holly came with us on the Love Boat cruise. Round trip out of New York City.
Looks like a tugboat of some sort down here moving along.
And when we got up this morning, there weren't near so many boats. So I wonder if some of them are going to go on this evening.
Yeah. So Pat is asking what we did today. So we took an excursion that took us to the Miras Flores Locks and the visitor center that's there with an IMAX theater. And then we drove cross country all the way over to the Atlantic Ocean, and we went to the Agua Clara locks,
New locks.
the new locks, and the small visitor center there. And we got to watch a couple of ships as they descended toward the Atlantic Ocean. And then we crossed the country again over the Continental Divide from ocean to ocean, and came back to the ship.
They have a really good 3D IMAX at the Miraflores Lux Visitor Center.
Yes.
Really, really good. Very much.
Yeah.
Very well done. They have another, just, you know how you go in a small room and they just have a show that's like 10 minutes long? That's what they have at the new locks, but our tour guide said that our time would be spent looking at the locks instead because you can find it on YouTube really easily, so
Yeah.
we didn't watch that one.
Okay, that one is definitely a plane.
I'm just waiting for the app to download.
See how far that one's moved. The other one is still... There's a red light on top of this hill. I don't know if you guys can see it. Beautiful water, everything reflecting on the water. Oh, wow.
Thank you very, very much.
Wow, thank you.
Thanks again. It's very, very kind of you. Thanks.
I give you the celebrate. Let's see. No. Holly likes the page with the new information. Okay, I gave you a heart. People can't see it, but I gave you a heart.
Here, Gordon, you forgot what that is. You more than I.
Okay.
Take this.
All right. See what we got going on here.
Yeah, thanks, Holly. We're so glad to have you with us.
Let me find the moon first.
So, Pat, here they have so many different excursions to choose from. Some people went to see the monkeys today. Some people rode a train to get to go see the locks. They have boat excursions that you can do in a smaller boat. Kind of think like a small ferry that actually you get to go in the locks and see the locks from that vantage point. They've got ones like we did that take you to go see both visitor center. They have some that only go into Panama City. There was one that takes you to see one of the locks and then on to see Panama City. So you get a walking tour there or driving around tour, kind of whatever you choose. So when you come here, there's a lot to choose. So there's a lot to think of if you come more than once because there's so much to see. So just because you've been one time doesn't mean you couldn't come again and enjoy it.
Okay, Venus is the big one you see there.
Right here, this is
And then
Venus.
below, there's right next to each other Mercury and Neptune. I think they're both behind the clouds now.
Oh,
The other one was an airplane.
okay.
Jupiter is straight up.
Right there.
Huh?
Here. Okay, here we go.
Uranus
There's
is also
Jupiter.
up there.
Tomorrow evening they're having a Mardi Gras party out on the Lido. So that's going to be fun. Hey there, Lester. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Oh, Holly's going to go see the USS Iowa there next to the cruise terminal when she gets to LA. Being from Iowa, I look forward to learning more. Oh, Holly, that's going to be wonderful. Glad you're going to go. So are you going to go just on the morning of the cruise, or are you going to go there the day before and then come back and get on the ship? Let us know what you're thinking. And Holly's going on Navigator of the Seas, everyone. Holly, we went there a really long time ago when our children were younger. So I would say, well, we moved 30 years ago, so it was before that. So maybe somebody can jump in that's been there more recently. Hi there, Jody. It's good to see you.
How much longer you want to stay here? Let me check my battery. Holly gets to LA at 11:30 Thursday.
So Holly, are you going to stay by the cruise terminal, or are you going to stay over by LAX, or? Tell us where you're going. If you're staying at that Crown Plaza, the Green Onion is actually a really good
Oh,
place
it's
to eat.
really good. Yes.
And I would go there by myself, if you're wondering. In the evening, I would walk from the Crown Plaza down to the Green Onion by myself. It's just a half a block.
Basically across the street, yeah. She is staying at the Crown Plaza.
Oh,
Yep. Check out our video Monday, anyway, last week. where we talk about the green onion. Or look on Facebook or Instagram. I had a couple of pictures. So. I think so.
It's just dark now.
Yeah, it's dark. You see the same lights. You hear the same fuel pump.
Anything else you can
Sounds
talk
like
about, Mr. Wolf?
Sounds like my excursion. Good dinner for Gordon tonight in the buffet.
Okay, I'm looking
They have
forward to it.
Kung Pao chicken. There's delicious beef and broccoli. Turkey with all the trimmings.
Wow.
Cheese ravioli and Greek station with gyros or gyros, depending on what part of New York we're from.
Gyros or gyros? That's awesome.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and
Say bye.
yeah, thank you everyone.
Thanks for coming. We sure look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Tomorrow
Yeah,
we
Holly,
will see you
we'll
tomorrow.
be sure excited to hear how everything goes on your cruise. So keep us updated, okay? Yeah, and all of you, thanks for joining us. It's really nice to have you with us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yep, thanks for joining us for Sunset here at Panama City.
Oh, thank you very much, Vincian. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye-bye.